Very good friend of mine, a very funny guy. You're going to like this guy a lot. Give it up for Adam Burke, ladies and gentlemen.
I should mention this real quick. I do have an accent. I apologize for that. And my accent's weird because it's not exactly Irish. It's not exactly Scotch. It's more like bourbon. So the drunker you get, the easier it's going to be to understand me. So yeah, Chicago, also not the healthiest city in the world. I don't know if you've seen this. I saw this ad recently for a hospital, and they were bragging about their brand new MRI machine. And it said, with this new scanner, we can accommodate patients that weigh up to 550 pounds. And I thought, if you weigh 550 pounds, I'm pretty sure I can make a snap diagnosis as to what the problem might be without resorting to magnetic resonance imaging, you know? I think I can figure that out with a bathroom scale. According to the readout, you are fucking huge. I don't think we're leaving the house to solve this particular medical mystery. I was telling someone that story recently, and they told me in this one hospital in St. Louis, if you're too big for the hospital MRI, they send you to the zoo, where they have a machine. It's true. They have a machine that's big enough to accommodate like elephants and rhinoceroses. And I'm sorry, that's when you know it's time to put down the funnel cake. You know, when you go in for a checkup and you're in line behind a hippopotamus, you know? They're like, what are you in for? And the hippo's like, brrrr! Chad was talking about the markets and the economy earlier. I'm one of those guys, everyone's freaking out. I was broke when the economy was booming. So for me, it's like being an otter in the middle of a flood, you know? I'm already treading water. I'm like, what's the big fucking deal, everybody? And I think people are going to vote for McCain because of this. Because he's the only candidate that actually lived through the last depression, you know? He was actually undersecretary of top hats and matchsticks back then, so a rather wide remit. I was thinking about this just over there though. Do you know, McCain's so old that when he was a young man, do you know how crazy people thought it was that we would go to war with Vietnam? You know, like someone suggested to McCain in his 20s, like, people like, Vietnam, didn't L. Frank Baum invent that? Like, is that a real country? Chad also meant, do you guys know who Jim Lehrer is? Do we all know who that is? Alright, I have a question. Does anyone else agree that Jim Lehrer has the soulless dead eyes of an inebriated shark? Just next time you see him, look into Jim Lehrer's eyes. They're like two collapsed stars. They're very much like these two things back here. Just check it out next time. If you stare at Jim Lehrer's eyes too long, you hear the howling winds of eternity. Just trust me on this. Check it out. I am broke. It's gotten so bad that me and some friends were actually going to move into a freight car together. And some people are like, Adam, you can't live in a freight car. You're not a hobo. And 2 weeks ago, you would have been right, but I just passed the HOCATS, the Hobo Accreditation Exam. I aced all my classes in Hobo College. Bindle tying 101, advanced window ledge pie theft. And the best thing about graduating Hobo College is they give you this really long diploma that's just big enough to sleep under. So, like summa cum laude. I get invited to these parties now, and I realize the only reason my friends invite me is to show off like how much more grown up, and together they are. Like I went into this one guy's house, and his apartment was more coordinated than my entire life. He was like, you'll notice the drapes match the cat. This is our dog. He's studying law at Northwestern. And they all own property, my friends. And to be honest, the first time I heard the word equity, I thought it was a type of drug. They were like, yeah, we got the 3 flat to create equity. I said, what, like in the basement? And I go to these parties and they're just fucking lousy with babies now. They're just rotten with toddlers. And when I go to a party, I expect like adult conversation and bad decisions. All right, a child is kind of a bad decision. You know what I mean? And it's just, if you've never seen a baby before, they're really misleading because they have these giant heads. And you think, well, clearly this is an intelligent creature, but their heads are full of potato salad, and their hearts are full of deceit. And they trick you into wasting your entire fucking afternoon with little bastards. You know, this one kid, he convinced me to play this game called Behind the Wall, Not Behind the Wall. And how it worked was, sometimes he'd be behind the wall, and when he wasn't behind the wall, I was supposed to go, woo! Like that. So you think, alright, that game must have taken about, what, 10 seconds? No, 2 fucking hours later, I'm still playing this game. And I'm looking pleadingly at his parents, saying, your child is broken. He's stuck on this setting. And they're like, no, he likes you. And I said, no, he doesn't fucking like me. If he liked me, he'd go away and allow me to quietly destroy myself with one punch. So I decided to call the little bastard's bluff. Next time I see him, I'm going to continue playing Behind the Wall, Not Behind the Wall. Like for the next 30 years. And my hope is that he winds up in prison. So I can go visit him and go, look, behind the wall, not behind the wall. Woo! I'll take 30 years in time, Martin. I don't give a shit. Are we all working? Is anyone looking for work at the moment? Sucks, isn't it? You ever have to do, you have to take those drug tests. I have a question, like, do you have to take a drug test to work at the drug testing place? Or do you just have to really like working with urine? Like, is that the only, that's the only thing? Has anyone here ever had to do temp work? Anyone? You lucky bastards. You're either all liars. Like, temping sucks. If you ever temp, here's the thing, any kind of office job, you may have noticed, that the more motivational posters they have around the place, the more likely you are to be motivated to slit your fucking wrists before a week is out, you know? They put me in this one cubicle and they had this, you know that classic motivational poster, the one with the little kitten, clinging to the branch, you know the one? And the caption says, hang in there! I've always wondered what happened to that kitten, part of me thinks he's still hanging to the tree because they probably stapled him there in the first place just to get the shot. It's either that or, he grew up, and got all jaded, and he's just wandering the streets, and occasionally he'll see the poster and he'll be like, man, I was really something back then. I was the cutest, most inspirational feline in all of North America. Hey buddy, do you have any yarn? I'm trying to get enough together for a ball. Just one question. So some of you are working, who has to be up pretty early in the morning? Who, how are someone at the back, how early do you have to be up?
Like 7:30.
7:30, right? 5:30, all right. So, that's fucking ludicrous, isn't it? Like, if we are not supposed to sleep in the morning, why are dreams so awesome? If you're supposed to get up and go out and be productive, why do you have a magical entertainment factory that lives in your brain and creates elaborate amusements for you? Like, it doesn't. My daily life is full of drudgery and dog shit. But when I'm asleep, I hunt dinosaurs with Burke Reynolds. Fuck reality. Comas for everybody. Another thing is, stay with me. The other thing is, like, dead people live in your dreams. Like sometimes when I dream, I see my late father and my good friend Glenn, and we have a picnic inside a volcano. And then the alarm clock goes off and kills them all over again. Fuck reality. You guys are really nice. Enjoy the rest of your show.